Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It's the 25th of February 2025. I'm your host, Olivia Grace Curran. The local market is set to open lower today. SPI futures are down 44 points. Global stocks were mixed overnight, with Wall Street struggling for direction, while the German election brought some relief to European markets. Wall Street opened higher, but main indexes were mixed in choppy trading. The S&P 500, Nasdaq and Russell 2000 finishing in the red, the Dow ending in the green. Technology stocks the biggest drag as investors awaited results from chip giant Nvidia for clues on the future of demand for AI technology. Palantir tumbled 10%, pulling the Nasdaq lower. Microsoft shed around 1% after an analyst report from TD Cowen said the company is cutting spending on data centers. Apple reversed pre-market declines, gaining more than 1% after the iPhone maker unveiled plans to spend $500 billion in US investments in the next 4 years, including setting up a giant factory in Texas for AI servers. US listed shares of Australia's Telix Pharmaceuticals rose after Norway approved its prostate cancer imaging agent. Domino's Pizza slumped after missing fourth quarter same-store sales estimates. Berkshire Hathaway shares were up to 5% after hitting record highs earlier in the day after Warren Buffett's conglomerate reported a record annual profit. Nike added more than 5% after Jefferies raised its rating from buy to hold. Starbucks shares rose on the global coffee giant's plans to eliminate more than 1,000 corporate roles as part of the CEO's turnaround efforts. European markets fell as traders reacted to the results of the German federal election. The Stoxx 600 index closed lower, weighed down by France's CAC, while Germany's DAX closed 0.6% higher. Shares of German defence stocks rose sharply on Monday, with bellwether Rheinmetall up nearly 5% to near a record high touched last week on hopes for a Ukraine ceasefire. US President Donald Trump says that sweeping US tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico will go forward as scheduled. Speaking at the White House on Monday afternoon, the president claimed the US had been taken advantage of by foreign nations on just about everything and reiterated his plan to impose so-called reciprocal tariffs that had been delayed for 1 month. Meanwhile, US Treasury yields were slightly down, the benchmark 10-year yield hitting their lowest in more than 2 months, falling 1 basis point to 4.41%. 2-year yields were unchanged at 4.19%. Markets are waiting for inflation data that could help gauge the timing of the Federal Reserve's first interest rate cut this year. The US dollar briefly fell to its lowest in 2 months on US growth concerns. The euro has pulled back from earlier highs after briefly rallying following the election victory of Germany's Conservatives. And the Aussie currently buying 63.5 US cents. While Bitcoin has slipped further, currently around 94,000 US dollars. Oil prices edged higher on Monday as fresh US sanctions on Iran and a commitment to compensate for overproduction by Iraq added to concerns of near-term supply tightness, helping the market recover from some of Friday's steep losses. Gold prices surged to a record high of $2,956 US dollars an ounce, driven by safe haven demand amid concerns over US President Donald Trump's tariff plans. Locally today, companies reporting earnings include G8 Education, Helia Group, Johns Lyng Group, Nine Entertainment, Woodside Energy, Zip and Qualitas. That does it for the day ahead. I'm Olivia Grace Curran. See you tomorrow.